Infatuation with the calculation of pi. Oh, we love is numbers. And they run it in a great big circle. In a circle.
Hello. Welcome to another stream. This is an unusual day for me to do a stream. I usually do my solo streams on Sunday, and me and Rich usually do stream on Tuesday, but we are continuing Ada Lovelace, Legacy of the Analytical Engine. I always want to say machine, but it's engine. We're doing the full campaign of this. We just did the first 2 chapters yesterday, and we're going to be doing chapters 3 and 4 today. And I already did a brief teach at the beginning of the other one, but it's pretty straightforward. It's a polynomial game. It's pretty abstract. There's not a lot of real spoilers going on here, but again, this is meant to be a play along. So if you look in the description, I do have a link to where you can purchase your own PDF files of this. So if you're watching this after the fact, you can pause the video, go print that out, and follow along with the playthrough. Or if you just like watching things like this, you can just watch. And if you don't mind spoilers, well, then there you go. There will be some spoilers, I think, more in the second half of the campaign, because there is a story. There is a story going on here. So last time, Ada, she's trying to hunt down Mr. X with his big red X. He's looting from all the museums in London currently. Oh, whoops. We're not ready to see that yet. And yesterday he just did a robbery of some Dutch clogs from, what was it, the British Museum of Filching, Looting, something, and Purloining. And Ada was like, I don't really approve of these British thieves stealing from the Dutch. They should stick to stealing from brown people. That's a joke. Yeah, so now she's decided to take her investigation to the quote-unquote international stage. So she's going to be heading, and we are going to be heading to Berlin today. This is probably one of my favorite maps in the game. I just think it's so wild. And here's our character sheet. Okay, so we're gonna go to the zoom. Actually, I decided to zoom in a little bit more today, so you guys can kind of read things a little bit better. Just looks better too, probably. And I'm probably gonna put the folder aside so it's not in the background. So this is our character sheet. So we have the dice wheel. We already added one new shape to our dice wheel. We've been doing really good at collecting all this evidence. The only thing we haven't collected so far was that damn harp. Bane of my existence. We've gotten 3 stars out of 36 so far. I think that's what we said how many there are, because there's 4 in each box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24. So 3 out of 24 stars. And there's 10 levels total. The final chapter is a twofer. So we also did unlock this special ability from how well we did, surprisingly, in the Museum of British Thieves. Filching, looting. I'm going to have to look at that again. I just love the puns on some of these. It's so funny. The British Museum, this is what we did last time, of filching, looting, stealing, snatching, thieving, pilfering, and purloining. Okay. Was nicked from natives and pinched from the poor. So that's sort of a vibe going on here. So we're going to Berlin today. I'll show you the map in a second. But anyway, our special ability that we've unlocked from that was at the start of the next chapter, we can place this shape. So that's just a freebie for us. So just beware. I'm going to be putting that shape in first before we dive into the Berlin's Geometry Repository. I guess this is probably a rhyme in British or Irish English. I assume it's something like Geometry Repository or something else. So we're going to put our little investigative folder off to the side today. I just thought it would look a little better if we did it like this, and then you can read things. Maybe. At least you can see the pretty colors a little better. You don't need to see all that stuff on the side of the character sheet, really. That's just for the end anyways. So I think this will be better. So we have our 6 die. Okay. I don't think much has changed, but let's keep our eyes hawk-eyed. It is a campaign game, and I'm still in that. For those of you that watched our My Island stream, I know in the very last My Island stream we had issues with not reading the campaign sheets thoroughly enough, which kind of ruined the end of that campaign for us. So, Guten Tag, Frau Lovelace. I can't do a German accent, so that's not happening today. As you know, Mr. X has also been in Germany. 2 weeks ago, he ransacked our exhibition. Oh no. The Mathematics of the Mind. Is that a clue, perhaps? And left a truly bizarre collection of evidence behind. Oh, so now he's leaving more than just the red X. This included, among others, a velocipede, whatever that is, a gun, oh, violent, and a bratwurst sausage. Okay, I have my throat coat. I'm going to need my throat coat today. Which, if Tim comes in, no, not that kind of throat coating. It's just tea. It's the tea. It's good. In my own bark. Feeling a little phlegmy this morning. Do you think it means anything? When a German asks you, it was waving a bratwurst sausage in your face, what do you think this means? I think it means Someone's a little hangry. Most tragic was the theft of the Cerebranomicon. Cerebranomicon, I think is how you pronounce that. A priceless and utterly unique text. Is it shaped like a brain? Is it squishy? Regardless, the crime scene has been preserved for you. Miss Lovelace, we are in dire need of your analytical skills. Well, I feel like these Germans are a little bit more polite. They're also still drama queens. You know, all the museums are getting pilfered and they're very upset about it. I mean, now you know how the mummies felt when you came into their pyramid and stole all their jewels and their dead bodies. Like, you know, whatever. Okay, so what are the different places we have here? So this one, I love this is all the geometric shapes. This map is just so cool looking. When I saw this map, I was like, oh, I need to play for this. So this is going to be a little wild. Fibonacci Hall. Love me a good Fibonacci sequence, fellow musicians in the house. I guess there's Fibonacci Hall West and Fibonacci Hall East. Oh, well, there's the bratwurst. Also, I wanted to get more of a zoom so you can see some of these icons. They're kind of, they're funny. There's that bicycle again. There's the gun. Ooh. Is that a lighter? Looks like a lighter. Then in the trapezoid terrace. Fancy. We have this little hat, a pear, and some gardening shears. Then in Pythagoras' lobby, we have, God, what do you call that? The thing you use in geometry to, the ruler to use to chart circles. If somebody can remember, I can't remember off the top of my head. Clearly actually, the highest math grade I ever got in my life was in geometry, ironically. There's a button. Okay, Mr. X lost a button. And then in the pentagonal parlor, okay, good alliteration there, we have a whisk. Okay, so Ada is always making very helpful notes. So the Fibonacci Halls had an exhibition on the mathematics of the mind. Okay. Not a very efficient building, is it? They're certainly not using space very efficiently, no, but they're charming. They can make it fit. This might be useful. Oh, she's helping draw my attention to these things. So we'll go over that in a second. But I like this. She's did an arrow to the bratwurst and said, this crime is the worst. Okay, have any of my abilities changed? So what happens when I collect these bits of evidence? Immediately shade any 5 squares that the Fibonacci spiral passes through. That's interesting. So that's what this whole thing is about. Okay, that could be useful. So when I unlock the gun, which is here, or the lighter, I can go maybe like boop, 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 like that. Okay, it'd be good for filling in holes. So we're going to have total Swiss cheese like we had in the British Museum. Gain 6 points at the end of the level. I collect the button, and I either need 2 dice equaling 6 or 2 dice equaling 8 for the pair. And these I just need 1 dice, which means those should be hopefully fairly easy to collect and activate. So we might try and do those ones first. Immediately place the shown shape. So when I collect the bratwurst, I get that completely surrounded and pay a die that's either 1, 3, or 5, because it has to be apparently a prime number. I get to do the 6 fur. When I get the protractor, that's what it is. It's a protractor. Protractor, I need to pay an even numbered die, so 2, 4, 6 to get the... That's a 6 fur. Oh, that's pretty long. Should think about where to put that. These are very square. So actually, if Tim is watching, or when he is watching, I'm very glad we chose the square shape now for this. Then immediately roll and resolve 1 die. Also gain 3 points at the end of the level. Okay. So I just get a reroll for the hat and the shears. That doesn't sound that great, but I also get 3 points to unlock these, so it might be worth it for that. I don't know. At any time, place 4 shapes from the middle of the shape wheel. Use the checkboxes to keep track. Oh, this is for wilds. I can do 4 shapes from the wild when I unlock these. And I get 4 of them. Oh, yeah. So, these probably can wait to be activated towards the end of the game, but I think I'm going to want to fill... I have a feeling she's going to want me to fill this all. I just have a feeling. Yeah, we are going to do these first to unlock these. That's going to be like... If you hear any snoring in the background, it's Rich. He's on the couch, my little lizard. He's brumating, little afternoon brumation. Okay, well, let me know if you guys can hear him or not. I'm not quite sure if this microphone catches things that are happening behind it or not. Okay, well, we know what we need to do, I think. We need to start rolling some die. So we have 6 die. Just go in the reserve. I kept on saying last time, oh, do we want to put this down? Maybe. I'll keep that there. Maybe I'll move this guy down into the corner here. So we can just see that stuff. See me moving the die, placing them on the shape wheel. So we start by rolling 2. 1 and 1. Well, we have to start by filling in some shapes. So I think we definitely want to get the bicycle and the whisk done first. We want to think about, filling this in is going to be difficult. Where's that whisk? Oh, that's the whisk. Where's the bicycle? In the Fibonacci Hall. I mean, that's 11 points. We probably do want to fill it up, and I waited too long to start filling things in the last one, I think. So maybe we could use that one. Think that's good? Oh no, that won't help with that. But I can do this. Boop! Now I need 2 dice of equal value to unlock wild shapes, but that might be something I wait. Well, I get 4, and I can use them at any time. So 6 and 6. I mean, I could use these just to start unlocking these, and then I can use the shapes whenever. Oh, I don't have the thing that lets me scoot the 3 die. Yeah, I don't have that. So I think it is just about surrounding the evidence. Yeah, I think we should just use the 2 6s here. So that's unlocked. Do I want to place any wild shapes yet? Let's save that for later when we need to use them, because it will happen. Oh, this one's going to go fast because we can't extend it at all. That power's gone. 1 and 6. Do we want perhaps we want to surround more evidence? How am I going to fill this in? I need a square, maybe squares. The only ones that are going to let me fill in single holes are going to be around the Fibonacci thing. So I can have holes in here, probably not in here. So figuring out how to do that is going to be a wee bit of a challenge. However, I could use some special shapes. Let's use this one here. Like that. then I can use one of my special shapes here. Can I... Ooh, how can I use that? Can I use that here? Maybe like that, and then use the other two to fill in here, but then I'll have the single one here. That's the only issue with that. I don't know that those are going to be useful in here. Well, why don't we focus on maybe surrounding the whisk instead. I think this shape would be good here. And if I got a square there, and I don't know, use a special shape here and a wild shape there and another square. Or I don't know, that one's going to be hard. Pythagoras' library is going to be hard too. What's going on with this button? Gain 6 points at the end of the level. Well, you know, maybe that's a good one to do then. Because I could go like that, maybe. That seemed good. I don't know if it was, but it's what I did. So there's 10 a.m. gone. We have till 2 p.m. to figure this out. So those go back into the reserve. And I'm rolling 2. 2 and 3. 2. 3. Well, I think this shape is going to be really good here. I just really want to get this pentagonal parlor. I don't know. You know? Then this one, ooh, that would go good there. And use another special shape there. What do you guys think? I mean, getting that whisk will get me more wild shapes. So, I do probably want to fill this in. And get the gun and the lighter, though. So maybe I should get going on that. But... yeah, I think I should get going on those. Probably. I gotta make sure I get that bratwurst too. So let's use this shape here. 2 more. 2 and 2. I should have maybe surrounded this. I could have done that last time. Where didn't I have the shape? Oh, I used that shape. I think I used it twice. Or did I only use it once? Oh, I don't think I used the other shape last time. I can't remember now. Well, no one's in chat to correct me, so we're just going to... Oh! I forgot. I didn't place my my freebie shape from my character sheet. Whoops. Well, let's just say I got the whisk, and let's just say that that one is going... Ooh, it would have been good to put in here. You know what? Let's put that shape. Because if I could get the lighter and the gun, that'd be cool. Let's put it here. And I'll try to get that gun surrounded. Okay, that was my free shape from my character sheet. Okay. I'm not going to lift up the whole sheet to show you, but he was there. So. Okay. I'm not sure if that was kosher or not. I can't remember. But anyway, I have these two. And... this is 12 points. Maybe I do want to just fill in these 2 halls. What do you guys think? I mean, I still have special shapes, so why don't I just use some of my special shapes while I'm trying to decide such things. Well, the whisk, I need 2 equal values to unlock, so why don't we just go ahead and use these 2s to unlock it. Then I'll have more special shapes to use. I'm still trying to decide. I think I would need to use these 2 special shapes to fill in here. I'm not sure how else I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to use these other 2 special shapes to fill in the pentagonal parlor. I hope you guys can't hear him snoring. I'm just not sure. Yeah, so I filled in my pentagonal parlor, and that's 7 points. And I unlocked my whisk, paid for it. I think we need to try to get these surrounded, and the bratwurst. Oh, so you can't go for any solid lines, so I can't. I have to be careful with these solid lines here. You can always go through dotted lines, however. Oh, I see a lot of solid lines I need to watch out for. So here, I can't go through, overlap these, but I can go through that dotted line there, and that dotted line there. So the doors are a little bit more narrow. But yeah, I do need to get this gun surrounded in this lighter, I think. So, we need to roll 3 and 4. Okay, I'm liking these shapes better. Ooh, and I got a square. Let's put that square here. And we could start trying to surround the protractor. I mean, it just gets me a reroll. And I have to pay for it, but you also gain 3 points. And as I was having a lot of issues with not rolling the right things, especially in the last half of the last chapter. So maybe I should just get started on that and try to fill Pythagoras' lobby. 10 points. Or Trapezoid Terrace. Because the pair, if I surround that, that gives me 6 points at the end of the level. I'll work on the Trapezoid Terrace. So I'm using this shape for that. Okay, that's the end of round 2. So, on we go. Oh, I always feel like if I go too fast for the first couple of rounds, though, I feel like I'm not doing good, but that's fine. 4 and 6. Okay, get another square. Okay, I'm getting the other shapes on the other side again. So why don't we, I want to get this gun and this lighter surrounded. Post haste. So why don't we use, why don't we use this shape? Because I can do it like that. And then, where do I want to use the square? Oh, this has to be surrounded on all these sides, huh? For the bratwurst? Let's just, okay, got to follow my logic here, but I'm going to put this here. The reason being is I want to get out for this narrow doorway here. I need to surround it on this side so that I can unlock my bratwurst. Yeah? Copacetic. 2 and 5. I mean, I'm kind of okay with my rolls. It's not like I'm needing super specific shapes necessarily at this point, but we shall see. I want to save these special shapes for later until I kind of figure stuff out. This would go really good here, and that would surround that pair. which might be nice. I want to do this things with the things soon. It's how many? I get to any 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I do want to wait a little, but I can unlock it. Ho hum. Is there a place I really want to put that square? Not sure. I think that we... Maybe I want to figure out where to put this one first. So we got those. I think... Oh, I definitely want to get this covered in here, but I want to unlock the 6, and I'll use that to fill that in there. Why don't we just use a square here? You think that's good? I mean, I'm honestly not sure if it's good or not. So, I don't know why I'm having such AP on this. This is like kind of the point in the game where you have to start kind of seeing, okay, which way am I gonna pivot? So, why don't we could start surrounding the protractor. Why don't we work on just surrounding this pair? So I'll use this shape here. So now I need 2 die equaling 8 to get those 6 points at the end. Might be helpful. Which one of these halls seems more likely to fill up? I think this one probably. And oh, okay. If I do this one like that, I'll use one of my special shapes to fill in that hole. And I surrounded the bratwurst. Cool. Immediately place the shown shape when I pay for it. So I use that for that. Okay. Feeling okay about that. 5 and 1. As I've said before, I mean, the goal isn't to fill up every single room. You gotta pick your battles. So, I want to get this gun and the lighter both surrounded. That's a thing I would very much like to do. I need that shape. I could use the 1 to surround the lighter. And can I use the 5 to just get this fully surrounded? Yeah. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. So there's the gun. Okay. On to round 4. Wow, it's going fast today, huh? 5 and 1. So 5. We have a 1. I may want to now pay some of these just to start filling some things in. Well, I could use the 5 and just do my bratwurst here. Oh, I have this one single one here. Boo. I forgot about that. Okay. Well, and I think what I'm going to need to do there, let's just go ahead and use this box shape there. Oh, I'm glad I got that one. Thank you, Tim, for that advice. And then let's just use one of our special shapes we unlocked from the whisk to do this. I just want to make sure I don't have a hole in that room. Now we could pay the 1 to do the 5 through the Fibonacci spiral. That's seeming good. So we'll just pay for our gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, then I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or something like that. I mean, I assume it's any 5 squares. If I have less than 5, can I still do it? I assume I can. You know? So the lighter, I'd need a 4, 5, or 6. So I probably should just do that soon. Should I try to fill that in more? That would be a great way to be able to complete both those rooms, because that's like 23 points right there, which is quite a bit for room completion points, as you may have noted from the previous 2 chapters. So, let's see. What other evidence do we want to surround and or unlock? Well, we want to pay die equaling 8 for the pair by the end. So like a 5 and a 3 would be good. So I could use the 5 for that. Ooh, I'm going to have a similar issue over here filling that. Should I just use all my special shapes just to fill up the Fibonacci haul? I have 2 left. And nothing that lets me really do the singles there. So I need 2 shapes like that. 2 special shapes to do it. Well, I may live to regret it. That is what I'm going to do, because I just want to make sure that it's filled up. Okay, we got Fibonacci West. Do we want to try and get Fibonacci East? We got the lighter and the gun. Or do we want to try to fill in Trapezoidal Terrace, Pythagoras' Lobby, get those? I think, okay, so this actually, I am going to slip this aside now, because that's my reserve. We need to decide which one of these shapes is most important to work on as far as evidence. I still don't know what these unlock. I don't know if that's end of game, revelation, perhaps, of what filling out these shapes does. 1 second, guys. There's someone at the door. Sorry, my neighbor's sweeping some leaves right outside the door. So, if you guys hear some leaf blowing action in the background, that's what that is. Hopefully you couldn't hear it just snoring too much. It was pretty loud. To my ears anyway, but it's okay because he's my rumbling beast. Richie, do you want to come say hi now that you're up from your nap? There's the dragon claws. He's funny. Okay, guys. So, which one of these shapes do I definitely need to complete? Oh, I want to complete the one with the clogs. Just because that's fun. Maybe the button. We got the whisk already. So, maybe I do want to get the button. And I got the bicycle. I got the lighter. I got the bratwurst. Did I get the pear? I got the pear. Maybe I want to get the tractor and the hat just cause. And I got the gun. But, so going back over here then. So I have these 2 values to use. So I think I definitely want to get the button. That should be easy to do. I'll just put the square there. Then, what else did I say? I want to get the protractor and the hat. That's going to take a little bit of work. And we only have so much time left. So, either my goal, and I'm still not quite sure as far as what's going to be better strategy for the legacy path overall. Do I want to make sure I fill up this track with all the evidence, or is the goal really to get the higher scores? Now, the higher scores only unlock better bonuses to cut out and glue at the end. So I'm kind of thinking filling out all the evidence is better, because there's the little filling out all the polynomial stuff. So I think that's sort of like the macro puzzle, maybe. So maybe the goal is just to surround as much evidence as humanly possible. Rich is leaving now. Bye, baby.
Hi. I'll be back.
He'll be back. He's to go to the post office to mail off some. We're still getting all our Christmas presents sorted out, you know, which is not that crazy last minute. It's not even the week before Christmas yet. I guess it technically is. Wait, no, because yeah, this Sunday is still the 17th. It's still Hanukkah. Happy, it'll be the 5th night of Hanukkah tonight. Wow, already. Because yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Math. I love me Matthew Holiday. Okay, so we got the button surrounded. We probably want to pay for the button and the pair. I think we want to pay for the points. I don't know if we're really going to be able to fill up Fibonacci Hall. We got 2. It would be nice to fill up 3 rooms. Feels a little better to me. That's only 18 points. I mean, that feels like the bare minimum. Because I remember the last one, we were getting like, not even breaking 20 on the hall scoring. So I'm kind of leaning towards surrounding as much of the evidence as possible. So I'm just deciding what to do with this too. In either case, is this a little bright with the overhead? Is making it maybe harder to read and see these things maybe. I'm noticing this now. That probably is a little better. Yeah? Without the overhead light. Well, in either case. Let's do... We could try to surround the hat. I think we should try to complete the hall. Fibonacci East. I mean, we can't have Fibonacci West unopened and just close Fibonacci East. That wouldn't be kosher. 5 and 3. Now, 5 is one I could use to go boop, 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 boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to use the 5. Just go ahead and use that to pay for my lighter here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoop, the line goes through there. Now could I use the 3 to unlock another bit of evidence? I could, to do the 6 here on the bratwurst. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Where do you think is good to put it? Here, maybe? Yeah, because if I unlock the protractor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I could totally fill it. Okay. That totally could happen. So, yeah, especially if I'm able to surround the protractor real quickly and unlock this 6 shape in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's possible. I still have to pay for these to get the 6 points, by the way. And which are the ones that give me 3 points? These? I don't know if that's going to happen. Might be low scoring. 23, 30. So if I complete this, I'll get 30 points from that. So that might be good. Okay, well, we're going into the last round. Rolling 2 more die. 6 and 1. Or 3, I should say. 6 and 3. So we need something equaling 8 over here. Should I just put the 3 up for 5 so I can get that extra 6 points? Or use them now to try to fill this up as much as possible. I think I'm going to want a square there. I used up all my special shapes, so there's not going to be any more special shapes. No siree. Oh, I'm going to need this up in here. So you know what? I should use this here. So I don't have a hole there. Oh, no more special shapes though. But I could I do a square through here? Oh no, I don't think it's going to happen. Unless I use this here. Like this would be fine. See, this is blocked off because of the solid line, but this is not. I think I'm just gonna try to finish this haul. That's my goal. 3 and 2. Is there any more? Do I think I'm gonna get more evidence? I might be able to get this protractor here. I'd still have to pay for it in order to get that, and that wouldn't help me fill up this hall over here. So I don't know that that's worth it now. I think we should I can't get any more wild shapes is the issue. So filling this up is going to be very tricky. I'm going to need the square there for sure. So why don't I do this here? Because if I get a square here and I get this shape over here, oh, I still have one left. But if I get the square here, and what other shapes would help me do that? I don't know if it is going to be possible or not. Well, which one did I decide to use for this? I could use either. I don't know if that one is going to be the one that's going to help me do it. So let's say I use the 2. Should I keep the 3 and just try to pay for the pair? I should try to do it. I think I should try to do it if I can. If I got a square here. Now if I get another square here, that's not going to help me with that. Is the issue. The issue. Bollocks. It's this one. If I could have filled that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If only I had known. Ugh. I don't think it's going to happen now. I just don't. I just don't see how it's going to happen. Even with the squares. So maybe I just should try to pay for these guys to get the points. Let's use the 3 on them and I hope I get a 5 in my last roll. If I don't, I'm going to be very upset. Okay, cool. So I am going to use that 5. So at least I can get the 6 points for the pair. And then what can I do with this last 3? That's going to make a difference. I doubt it's going to make a difference anywhere. I'm not going to be able to complete anything, and I need one more dice to get the button. So, boo. I don't think I would have had enough die, even. Yeah. Fibonacci Hall East. So close. Oh, well. Jesus wept, and so did Ada, but she got her bratwurst. So we need some stone ground mustard for that. So that is the final round. Let's score it before we go to our conclusion sheet. So I only got 2 rooms completed, which is not great, but it's 18 points because I completed Fibonacci Hall West and my pentagonal parlor here. Delightful. Now, how much evidence? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 14. Not super great. I got 6 for paying for this. These don't give me points, and I didn't unlock either of those. Maybe that's what I should have done. Oh well. 20, 32, 38. Ooh. That doesn't sound very high. But we shall see once we go into our investigative folder here. Ooh. Oh, I thought they kept those. I think that's one of the used. Yeah, that's one of the used sheets, but in either case. Okay, let's go to our conclusion for this chapter. And that one was a very tricky puzzle. Okay, chapter 3 conclusion. Danke schön, Frau Lovelace. Oh, you're calling me schön now. Are we good like that, Franz? Our Mathematics of the Mind exhibition was world famous, a series of demonstrations on how thoughts and ideas shape the study of mathematics, and how mathematics can shape our own thoughts. But now it is just a hall that smells like bratwurst. Yum. You must catch up with Mr. X and put an end to this terror. My jowls are shaking. Perhaps this will grant you insight in the future. Okay, so it says I can cut out piece 2A and stick it over shape on my dice wheel, or cut out piece 2B and stick it over the middle of my dice wheel, which will give me a single square shape to fill in holes. Frau Lovelace, did you manage to investigate the bratwurst? No, I don't have time for such frivolous things, she says. Well, I'm sure it wasn't important. Thank you for your help today. I was in this, closet off the hall. Here, let's get the... I don't want you to see the next one yet. Yeah, so we had to go into Fibonacci Hall, and we're just hanging out in this tiny little alcove here, so I bet it was starting to smell. And people are like, why does the whole museum smell of bratwurst? But yes, but an utter waste of time. It was simply a sausage. Well, we do appreciate the thoroughness of your investigation. Maybe I can offer a little more help. You may choose one upgrade from pieces 2A, 2B, or 2C. Cut it out and apply it on your dice wheel. So, I mean this, because that single hole one. That's duh. Though, this will be very good for surrounding things, I guess. But I feel like a more complicated shape like that might be too tricky. You know what I mean? I think I want to cover up the middle of my dice wheel and get that extra single one for sure. So that's what we're gonna did today. So it's time to get out the Mod Podge. I have my Mod Podge here again, and my handy brush. Boop, 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 boop. And I did rinse it off. So let's get our kitchen scissors going. Let's tuck this away. So say goodbye to Berlin's geometry repository. We're saying goodbye to Germany. Oh, there was one last little bit of flavor text here, by the way. So I hear that you depart this evening for Singapore. Safe travels, Frau Lovelace. We owe you a debt of gratitude. You're welcome. Okay, I'm getting the circle. So I want to get the circle real good. Oh, Hello, I missed chapters 1 and 2. Can you catch me up? Well, basically, Ada Lovelace, who is not only a brilliant mathematical mind and woman in STEM, she's also James Bond, apparently. She's a globe-trotting investigator, and so we're trying to track down Mr. X, who likes to pillage museums, and he always leaves behind a big red X, you know. And in this last one, he left behind some bratwurst in this German geometry museum. They were very upset about it because it was stinking up the whole hall. Though they were, the Germans were much less problematic than the British Museum of filching, looting, and pilfering. You know, they were just nicking from natives. And now we're headed to Singapore Semaphore Museum. And we're going to see if we can find any more clues. Oh, I need to update my evidence track here as well. So, I already tucked it away. The Geometry Museum. She's single? Very. But she's got this kind of, you know, unrequited love affair with this Charles Babbage guy. She's got a lot of baggage with Babbage. So, you know, CGAKDC. Hi, welcome to the stream. Okay, I need to update my evidence here. What did I collect? So, I got me a whisk. Good for making pancakes. I got the button. I did not get the shears. Did I get that bicycle? Yeah, I got that bicycle. Did I ever end up paying for that bicycle? I did. I used all those wild shapes. Did I get the lighter? I got the lighter. I got my sausage. I did not get that heart, though, so I'm not going to be able to complete that shape. Okay, it's pronounced Kachadikazakakd. Did I get close? I got my pear. Didn't get that protractor. Did not get the hat. I did get the gun. Just Jack. Okay, hi, Just Jack. Where's Cher? Oh, fuck you, I'm Cher. Just Jack. Okay, so as far as I think a big part of this, like I said, this is a theory. It's been a while since I read the conclusion and all that. I do think this is determines how well you actually did at the end of the campaign is filling in these shapes. So I completed that one. I've completed this one, and I'm not going to complete this one or this one. I can complete this one still. I'm not going to be able to complete that one. I could still complete this one and this one and this one though. So we're doing okay. So I really think the goal is to collect as much evidence as possible. Okay, Just Jack. Just Jack, fuck you, I'm Cher. Is that the full title I should address you by? Okay, I got my evidence. So now I just need to where'd my circle go that I so beautifully cut out? Okay, now we gotta apply Mod Podge on it and apply it to the circle. This page is going to get so verklempt by the end of this. So we're on chapter 3 of 9.5. It's really 10. So that's a thing. Oh, this is getting a little moist. A little moist there. Okay, get our Mod Podge going. And we're just going to, oh so delicately, paint the back of this. We're basically using Mod Podge like glue. Because I don't have any glue. I know, as a teacher, that is very shocking. We'll just kind of seal it down like that. Okay, and just keep that handy because we're going to need it again at the end of the next chapter. I'm going to rinse this off real quick. I'm back. Let me know if you can hear him. He's vacuuming out there on the patio. Well, just Jack Fecky Limeshare. I'm actually a music teacher. I teach piano and occasionally choir. And sometimes I've taught creative writing. In the past, I work at an after-school program. We do a lot of different stuff. Yes. Yes. So, I got that on. I think we're good there on all the stuff for this level, yeah? Oh, I didn't refer to my sheet. I was supposed to gain some stars. So, what I got 38 was my score on this one. So, it says 37 or fewer gain no stars. 38 to 48 gain 1 star. I just squeaked in. That's hilarious. But 2 or 3 stars would have been better. I mean, I'm already at 3 out of 10, so I need to get some more stars. That's for sure. Okay, you ready to go to Asia? I would love to go to, like, Singapore, Thailand, maybe even Vietnam. I don't know, anywhere that's not the United States would be awesome right now. Oh! Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Okay, so we're going to go back to our Zoom. And we are going to get started on Chapter 4, Singapore Semaphore Museum. Ayo, we've been robbed. Ayo, you have to say it like that. Ayo, we've been robbed. If I have any, Vietnamese or Indonesian friends in the house. Ayo. I hope your journey to Singapore was pleasant, Madam Lovelace. We're so thankful you're here. Mr. X picked through all 3 towers in the museum and stole an array of items, all related to the latest advances in data encoding and transmission. Heartbreaking. So these are like towers of combination, like solar panels / data chips or whatever. It's like some giant data chip array is what's happening. I don't know. This set of 3 ultra-modern skyscrapers, they're skyscrapers, are joined by sky bridges. Ooh, wow. Each piece of evidence here is worth an extra point. Oh, so does that mean they're worth 3 instead of 2? Is that what that means? Some of the abilities let you copy shaded areas from a floor above, below, or adjacent. Oh. This only counts for the colored areas and only for spaces you have shaded yourself. Pre-shaded squares do not count for these abilities, okay? For the purpose of all abilities, the sky bridges are not rooms. Okay. Let's look at a little more closely at some of these abilities then. So, immediately copy investigated areas from one room to the room below it. So I guess if I had like a shape here, I could go fill it in anywhere in here, is what that means. Immediately copy investigated areas from one room to the room above it. So same thing. Immediately copy investigated areas from one room to another room connected by a walkway. So from this room to this room. That's what they mean by the adjacent rooms. Okay. This one is wild. This is a wild map. Immediately place 3 wild shapes, which That'll be good. I have the one for filling in the single holes, so that's nice. And immediately shade any 6 squares. Okay, so. Ooh, this one's interesting. So. Well, and then he also said, so let's just go over. There's all we have. Can, cannot, and macan are the bottom levels. So then we have Ata room, Kiasu room, Prata lobby. We have a Kaya lounge, an Orchard view, a Chop hall, Shiok hall, Rojek room, Tapao terrace. We have Halulan, Bakute, and Kopi rooms. Are these all? Does anyone know Indonesian? Are these actual Indonesian words? Sure. Maybe they're named after people. I have a feeling they're probably named after famous like Indonesian or Singaporean mathematicians or something. It's kind of the vibe. So the only note that Ada has given me on this map is Mr. X always seems to be one step ahead. So we're going to see how challenging this map is today, I suppose. And none of these give me extra points. So the only way to get points in this level is from completing these rooms and surrounding evidence. But surrounding each piece of evidence, they said, is worth 3. Yeah, it says here, evidence times 3. So, again, I want to collect as much evidence as possible. So, if we go look at our, again, at our little sheet here, I think I want to be able to complete this one and this one. So I want that spoon and that cuckoo clock for sure. So I see the spoon here and the cuckoo clock there. So those might be good places to start. I also... Oh, I want to get the boots for sure. This coffin. Probably this hourglass. That, and that. Okay, I want to get just as many things as possible, basically. Well, let us away to this. So we have our 6 die. Again, we're rolling 2 at a time to be able to fill in shapes from our dice wheel. So we have 5 and 2. 5 and 2. So I can do the shape on either side. Again, just quick review. To place in here. So as you may recall, we cannot go over solid lines only for dotted lines. But in this case, it doesn't matter because there's dotted lines when you're going over the sky walkway. So it's probably about filling each of these squares as efficiently as possible while surrounding evidence successfully. So, and again, for our wild shapes, we have this to be able to fill in the hole. And also we have which abilities let us fill in just random shapes. Immediately place 3 wild shapes. So that's like the coffin, the candy, and the anvil. Immediately shade any 6 squares. That's this hammer looking thing and the little chest pawn looking thing. So I want to get that coffin though. It's so funny. Oh, I see why that other shape might have been useful actually now for this one specifically. Oh well, I don't regret getting that single shape though. No regrets. Well, then. Oh, that would have been really good for filling in a lot of these. So it might make this one a little bit tough. So we might have to be selective. But we probably are going to want to definitely unlock these things that let us copy things from rooms to other rooms. So let's just get at her. Why don't I put this? What if I do stuff like that? This one still I find is not really as useful. That's the next one I'm going to cover when I get a new shape. I'm telling you that. Okay, let's just do this for that one. Put that shape there. What's the coffin's ability? Immediately place 3 wild shapes. Well, okay then. Then this one, I could do square. Squares, I think, are going to be very helpful in these because these are all perfectly square. Cool. We surrounded the coffin. We just need to pay either a value 1 or 2 die to unlock it. And I have to immediately place 3 wild shapes, though. That's the caveat there. I can't save them up for later. More squares. More of this shape. That was actually useful for doing that bow. So, what's the next shape I should unlock? Maybe, do we want the copies? Get the copies going early, or just any 6 squares? Because we have the little Rojak room over here. Oh, sorry, I did not completely surround this because this is on the side. It's considered part of the hall. They said the sky bridges are considered part of the hall. So, yeah, I'm going to have to use this one here for the square just to make sure I truly got that one. Now, the 3, I think I do want to get this hammer surrounded. Post haste. Where's that? It's over here. Now, I think, like I said, I think in order to be efficient in this level, we're going to need some of these abilities unlocked. So, copy areas from one room to the room above it. Okay, so this one is for rooms above. This one is for rooms below. These are for rooms that are connected by the walkways. So I want to get some of that copy stuff. So I need to surround the spoon or the clock. This might be good for surrounding the clock up here. Mayhaps. More die. 1 and 4. So, I want to get the clock surrounded. I could use the 1 to immediately just place the wild shapes, but I feel like, should I save that for later? I feel like I used up the wild shapes a little bit too quickly the last time. That could help me just complete this and one other one, though, right now. And I don't think I need to do such things necessarily. Do I? I think I will do it. Just pay for the coffin. And immediately place 3 wild shapes. So I'll place one of these catty corner ones so that I completely surround my clock there. And so the clock, I need 2 dice of equal value to then immediately copy investigated areas from one room to another room connected by a walkway. Oh, so that's not just one shape. That's everything I've covered in there. So I could just go boop, the whole thing. Just copy the whole thing down. Oh. That's super useful, actually. So we want to pay for that as soon as possible. Okay. So remember, they have to be connected by a walkway, though. So I could take all this and put that over there. That's how that works. For the purpose of all abilities, the sky bridges are not rooms. So I can't use any stuff I covered on the sky bridge and count towards that. Just what's ever within the square of the hall. Okay. Well. Oh, and I only used 1 to do that. So I have 2 more wild shapes I could use. Why don't I do another wild shape over here? Just so I can fill that room out. And why don't I do... Ooh, this one's going to be hard to fill, you know. Now I'm going to need... Why don't I just do another wild shape there like that? Because if I get like this one, I can go there. And then if I unlock, I need to unlock either the candy or the hammer so I can get more wild shapes, I think. So we will work on that next. Oh, and I still have this square, right? Which I will use to complete this here. Cool. That was actually, I think, a fairly fruitful first round. Believe it or not. So I'm feeling pretty good. Good start. We figured out what we need to do. 5 and 11. This is, yeah, these puzzles are starting to get a little more crunchy. It's evolving. I like this evolution mechanically. So we said we need to get more wild shapes for sure. We want to unlock this with 2 values that are the same. I don't know if I want to use the 5 or 6 for that just yet. So let's surround this candy. Yeah, that shape that you would be able to cover it like that. Those would help us surround these more quickly, but we just have to be more cleverer. So probably I want to use this. We'll do something like this. Yeah. And then I want to get around the anvil too, so why don't we put it like here, like that for the square. That seems good. Maybe. Ugh. More die. 6 and 2. So we have 6 and 2. So the question is, maybe I should have used the 6 here in the previous round because then I have this other 6 now. But could we use one of these shapes to complete the candy? I think we could if we use this one. So let's just, yeah, so that's for the candy. And if I get a 3 or 4, I can unlock that. Let's focus on completing the anvil maybe. Because I could use this shape here. Seems good. Let's think about what other useful shapes we want to complete. 2 and 2. I could just use these. Oh, wait. What was the one I unlocked? Oh, for this one, I could immediately copy an investigated area from one room to another room connected by a walkway. Which means I could basically copy all that. I mean, yeah, and I assume I can rotate whatever area I've covered. So again, like this, I could rotate it, cover basically that whole room there. I think I should do it here and just fill all that in. Again, I'm pretty sure I can do this because I'm just taking what I filled and like kind of rotating it so it'll fit there like that. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, and I've just filled all the squares in there. If I'm copying, I can just fill all the squares in the next one. Cool. That's 11 points right there. Added 5 more. 5 for the Rojak room, and I already had 6 for Shiok Hall, so. Excelente. Excelente. Well, that's round 2. It is time for round 3 of 5. 5 and 1. So what other of these abilities are going to be useful? Copy investigated areas from one room to a room below. Like if I complete one of these down there. Or a room above. Like boop, 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 boop. That might be good. So I need to get the key and the lock as well. So, okay, I do want to get the anvil completed here. I'm probably going to need a wild shape there, though. So I'm going to need a 3 or a 4 for the candy. But I'm going to use the box here. In Hallelujah. And I want to surround the spoon. I could go like that. And I need something like that that's going to work. But I think that's what needs to happen. Okay, 2 more. 3 and 1. So I could use 3 to unlock this now and immediately place those wild shapes. So I think I will do that for the candy. Because 1 here. Okay. I'm going to need 1 here for when I fill this out. So that'll be number 2. And why don't I just use the 3rd wild shape to completely surround this spoon. So then I need 2 die of equal value to then do another copy thing to a room that's connected by a skyway. It's probably going to be this one to there. Okay. Is there anything else I want to unlock? So this is like the midway point of the game. Exactly. So I have to decide such things. So I think I'm going to want to shade in square. So I'm going to want to surround the hammer and the pawn. Oh, I did already surround the hammer. Didn't even notice. So I could use this 1 to just immediately shade in 6 squares. I think I should do it. Don't you? Yeah, so which 6 am I going to shade in? Well, I said I need the pawn. Be nice to copy to below. So I could completely surround this hourglass down here. Or the pawn and start on the hourglass. 2, 3, 4. And then maybe like 1, 2. What say? Oh, well, I could use the copy action to flip that shape here and do that there. That might be a good use of the spoon. That's possible. So I could use that copy action to surround that. I think I'll use 4 to surround this one. Then I have 2 more squares I can use anywhere, basically. Where are the boots? Boots lets me do it below. The key lets me do it above. Wild shapes. Oh, we already surrounded that, by the way. So we will get more wild shapes down the road. Where would be good to do it? Maybe this lock. Do ones above. Start on the around the lock. Do something like maybe that on that side of the lock. Then I just need boop and then boop. We'll see. Okay, 2 more. Ooh, I kind of like this, being able to copy whole sections to things. 1 and 6. Maybe we should just focus on getting things surrounded to unlock those things. If I could surround all the evidence in this one like I did in the first one, that would be great. It could potentially happen. So I have a 1 and a 6. I could use that to just shade in another any 6 squares. I could use it to immediately place some wild shapes, which I'm kind of thinking that's what I'm going to do. Why not? So I get 3 wild shapes. Boop, 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 boop. So why don't we go ahead and think about how that will help us surround things. I mean, I think here in the key, let's just do that 1. Let's do another 2 here. Okay, that was 2. I have 1 left. And then why don't I just use it to sort of just pre-surround these boots. Yeah, I think I could totally get them all surrounded. I could totally do that. So what do we want to use the 1 for? I guess a shape. To fully surround one of these things. Well, I could use this shape, surround that hourglass officially. Boop. And then we could get some copying going. We pay for things. Cool. That's round 3. So I think round 4, our focus is going to be paying for these things that will let us copy things down to get as many of these rooms. So there's a lot of these rooms, but they're lower in points. They're generally like 4 or 5 points. This one's 6. This one's 6. But yeah, so we want to, this one's also 6. So we want to get as many of these done as possible. 4 and 6. Will that help me pay for any of the things I unlocked? Not this one. I need 11. This one I need 2 that are the same. I could use the 6 to pay for this one and just get 6 more shapes, but I want to unlock one of the ones that lets me copy off to the sides of things. So with that in mind, wow, this one, this is thinky. Not in a bad way though, in a good way. I think I'm going to use the shapes to try to just surround as many things as possible. I'm going to use this shape here just to fill that box in. Because when I use that copy ability, being able to just fill in the whole thing is pretty nice. I do want to kind of... I was originally going to use this shape to do that, but I already got that surrounded. So, yeah, let's just focus on filling them in completely. Oh, I could use this one here, and I'd get the boots surrounded. That way I'd only need 2 dice equaling 2 or 3. That would give me options. So, and I assume I don't have to be able to fit it perfectly there, right? Like if I have the whole room filled in, I can just fill in whatever I want, right? I'd need a clarification on that from the designer, but I'm pretty sure I'm doing it right. I think it's just the idea is you keep certain things empty and then you want to copy it over into pretty much an empty square and you don't really have to worry about that issue so much, but you know. So yeah, I did that there. Got my boots unlocked. I still have to pay for them though. It's a die. 2-step process. Sometimes 3. 3 and 6, speaking of. So, let's think here. I think I just want to get all this evidence surrounded. Just get it all surrounded. I can totally do it. It's totally gonna happen. So what was the one that gives me wild shapes? Well, I'll use this one. And I used that one right. It looks like I paid for all of them and used all the wild shapes, huh? Wow. Guess so. Guess there's numbers there. Oh, and I definitely used this. If you, I don't, I'm just putting the X to remind myself if that's filled. Obviously, I did it, but you know, it was just to help remind myself. Let us. So there's no more wild shapes. So I have to be really careful about how I fill these things out now. Really? I used 9 wild shapes already? I guess I did. Well, the any 6 squares one is probably going to be helpful in that case. But let's save that a little bit. What about this one? Because I still have the one that I can unlock the spoon to copy stuff into here. So that one might be good. Maybe this one for these shapes. How about I use that shape there? And the 3. The 3, I'll use it maybe in here. Like that. Why not? Okay. I need to unlock some of those things to copy 1 and 2. So maybe I should just start writing some in. 1 and 2, well, I could do the boots and just copy something below. So I think that's what I'll use those for. So I get to copy something below. I could just go boop. That's 6 points. Same thing here. So whichever. I don't think it matters. Which one? Shiok Hall or Kaya? Oh, I completed Kaya Lounge. This is Shiok Hall up here. First, the one above it. I'll just do the Atas room. Whatever. Oh, but I have to leave 1 because this doesn't count towards my total. So yeah, I probably do want to save this one towards the end if I can. So use the 1 and 2. So that's the end of round 4. Going into the final round. I think we're doing pretty good. So we'll just try to get as many rooms done as I can. Oh, and I want to get those 2 bits of evidence. 2 and 2. I could unlock this. Oh, wait, no, not that one. The one that are the same value. The spoon. Immediately copy to a room that's connected by this thing. So wouldn't completely fill it up. However, I could use this one here, mostly fill that up. This one here, I could do that to surround that evidence. Yeah, I think I will. Just use it. I'm liking that. So I'll use this to surround this, because it's basically the same shape. And there's my lock. All I need left is the key, man. Maybe I should just focus on surrounding that bit of evidence. And if I could complete 1 more room, that would be great. Where's the key? The key to the lock. Oh, it's there. So I just need to get this surrounded on that side, yeah. That should totally be doable. Okay, I have 4 dice left. 2 and 4. So let's definitely get this surrounded. Using maybe... Which one of these shapes? This shape would let me do it. Just so I'll be able to mark it all off on my sheet at the end. So that's that 2. Now the 4, I could use to unlock this now and shade in any 6 squares. Which is probably a good idea if I want to copy something over, like if I unlock one of these for doing above or below. Well, I'm definitely going to use it. I just have to decide which 6 on here. So I want to place it so that it's something I can just, you know. I'm not going to get any more side-to-side action, so it's either above or below. So why don't we have this one here? That's complete. So that's 1. Want to fill any awkward holes? There's another one. 2. 3. Maybe about 4, 5, and I don't know. Let's just go ahead and do 6. And then with our last 2 die, either we're going to use them to copy something or we're going to use them to fill something out. So we have a 3. We have a 6. Can I use that to... I can't use that to buy any of that. So... Ooh. And I needed that square to complete that. And that. Bollocks. So... that wasn't planned well. I was assuming I'd get like either 5 or 4. And it needs the 2 die equaling 11 and 12 here. 2 and 3, 11 and 12. So can I don't know if I'm going to use these to be able to complete anything. I don't know if it's possible or not. I doubt that it is. But we can only do our best. What about here? There's one there. That would be close. But no cigar. I'll just do it anyway, because whatever. So close on that one. It's okay, though. Let's score up and see how we did. This one was interesting. This is like a map I might just pull out just to... once I'm done with the campaign, just like with these, you know, with this campaign, like after the fact, you could just pull out, treat these as extra maps and just pull them out when you want to just do a different map. They seem like they're all very different, which is really cool. So total for rooms. So I completed this one for 4, this one for 4, this one was 4, well, I got all the 4s, 6, and I almost got that one. That one would have been another 4. So that's 16 plus 6 is 22. Oh, yay! I broke 20 on the room scoring. So I actually did good with that this time. The whole copying thing helped a lot. Now, all my evidence, I collected every single piece of evidence. Yes! So I get 3 for each of those. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 33, motherfuckers. Okay, 55. I finally broke 50. So, as I said, in the base game, like the 40s is considered like a okay score. It's not really that great. The 60s is the really good, like close to perfect score. 70 is a perfect score in the base game. So, cool. So I'm just going to mark off our evidence before we get to our other sheet real quick. But it was everything. So I basically just get to mark off this whole row. which is very good feeling. Awesome. I really like that level. The geometry level is tricky, though. That one wasn't bad. This, I think, was my favorite map so far, for sure. Even though it's very geometrical. This looks even more like... They look like there's actually a solar panel farm right across the street from my apartment complex. This is what this looks like to me. So, yeah. So, which shapes? I completed this shape, and this shape, and this shape. This one was not completed. I did complete this shape. Also, this one I should be able to complete next chapter. We completed this shape. This one I'm not going to be able to complete because, that there. I'll just do the ones that were like, so I can see where my holes are. And then the harp. My poor harp. Yeah. So I'm not going to be able to get that one. I could still get this one by chapter 6. This one by chapter 6, get to that cross. I didn't get this one or that one, but I did get that one. So, cool. Cool. So let's go to our chapter conclusion and see what we're going to be able to add. Okay, conclusion. Alamak. Is that how they say, all is great or something in Indonesian? I'm not sure. Why our security guard cannot do his job already? Okay, this is sounding a little like they're trying to imitate, the Asian accent a little. Okay. Oh, Madam Lovelace, I didn't see you there. I'm having a very stressful day trying to figure out if we will ever be able to reopen the museum. Mr. X may well have ruined us. Still, we are thankful for your attention. It is not small thing to travel across the world for us. As a token of gratitude, please take this. A small thing, really. An Alberti cipher disc. You may find that it grants some slight insight into your search. This is just a copy, of course. Mr. X took the original. By the way, how many pieces of evidence did you collect? Well, it's funny. You should ask Mrs. Mix-Io. At least 9. Well, I did get a lot. You did a good thing for us today. Let me show you how this disc works. So, instead of the above ability, which this one I'd be able to glue on, it says, when you complete a room, immediately place one wild shape. Huzzah. Instead, I can take this one. When you complete a room, immediately roll and resolve one die. This one feels better to me. Like, this is supposed to be the unlockable one. That's supposed to be better. Suspicious. I am suspicious. Like, immediately rolling and resolving a die. Like, I'm not sure. I guess that's I'd be able to look at 3 die at once. So it might make it easier for paying for things. Because I'd be more likely to get a pair, per se, or the 2 values I need. I'm not sure. Well, let me think about it while we take our stars. So for chapter 4, if we got 55 to 69 points, we gained 2 stars. So we did pretty good. 70 would have been, that's again the perfect score is 70 still. I see. Well, I get 2 stars, which I'm very pleased about. So I will not look a gift horse in the mouth. Little stars, not quite stars of David, but little pentagrams. Turn them upside down. Okay, let's read whatever flavor text they have on here. Remember to mark each piece of evidence. Of the 2 abilities on this page, you can only keep 1, yada yada. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do there. As you requested, Madam Lovelace. Oh, I'm not Miss anymore. I'm Madam. I like these Singaporeans. They're very polite. I have arranged tickets for your trip to America, a fast liner to San Francisco, and connecting train tickets to Chicago. Good luck with your hunt. Oh, we're not just on a search for Mr. X. We're not on an investigation. We're on a hunt, motherfuckers. Okay, we're going to take that fucker down, okay? Damn, man. Tiong Bahru Times. Lovelace continues search. Miss Ada Lovelace departed Singapore this morning on her relentless pursuit. I'm relentless. Oh, it's Miss of Mr. X. Already she has scoured Europe and Southeast Asia, and now she heads to North America, where Mr. X has struck the Chicago Institute of Chicanery. There's your SAT word for the day. Chicanery, which I think is similar to villainry, isn't it? Or I think it means, you're like, yeah, if he's, oh God. Now I have to look it up. Chicanery. English major. Former English major fail. Well, I didn't finish the degree, so there you go. So chicanery. It's not like thievery, is it? I think it means you're like what's that called? When you're like just kind of a fool. The use of trickery to achieve a political, financial, or legal purpose. Yes. Chicanery. Trickery. Okay. I'm going to finish reading this before I decide what I'm gluing on. There, not even a laser security system. Okay, now we're getting total Bond with this thing. Could keep the culprit from laying hands on the rarest of artifacts. Our top reporters have been following the Mr. X case for months and continue to speculate the motives behind the high-profile thefts. What do all these thefts have in common? Is Mr. X simply trying to embarrass the museum community? Or does he have a vendetta against Miss Lovelace? Girl, time to sip my tea. Hate is gonna hate. Mr. X can keep on hating. Or is it something altogether more sinister? Dun dun dun. Time will tell. Or maybe Miss Lovelace will let us know. I will let you know. Lovely reporters of the Tiong Bahru Times and Professor Io of the Semaphore Museum. So, we're going to America next time. We're going to Chicago, the Museum of Chicanery. I still have to decide what I'm gluing on there for my special ability, so we can update our character sheet. Well, I'm leaning towards, and if Just Jack is still there, maybe you can help me out. Maybe you have an opinion on such things. Immediately get a wild shape when I complete a room, or immediately roll and resolve 1 die. I have to immediately use it for something, so it's not like totally free. I just get to then place 3 die instead of 2. I feel like I want the wild shape. That feels more useful. I'm going to take the wild shape. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the ones that you just get automatically, even if you don't do that well, those are meant maybe to help you more. But the uns, if you do really well, these other ones you unlock maybe are more specific to helping you with the puzzle. Because the last one had that shape that would have been really good for just surrounding all this evidence really quickly. But I still did well without it, so I'm going to go for the one that I feels more juiced up, because I want to juice it up. Let me not forget to place my... Oh, I never placed this beginning shape, did I? I most certainly did not on this one. I need to remember to do that. Oh, that would have been so helpful too, probably. Well, Jesus wept. Too late now. So I need to remember to place my beginning shapes. It's sad I didn't see Tim or Hannah in the chat. Well, it's a work day. So, but I was like, I normally would be reticent to do. I mean, a lot of people do Monday streams, but towards the evening. But I figure, there's plenty of people doing PST or EST, Eastern Standard Time. It's afternoon if you're on the West Coast, but it's night, fairly late at night if you're in Europe. But we have a mix of nationalities in our fan base, but it's mostly American. Okay, so we're going to glue this here. It goes on this one here. So it's time to Mod Podge again. I'm going to brush out and do a little arts and crafts. Boop, boop, boop. What? This is a fun one. This one went nice and fast. It's still a close to 2-hour stream. I think the last one was an hour and a half, or was it 2.5 hours? I can't remember. I feel like it was more like an hour and a half. Boop. You probably don't need to like really Mod Podge the whole back of something like this. But I mean, Mod Podge is basically glue, but also gloss. So there's that. So when you complete a room, immediately place one wild shape. I'm just going to go ahead and just gloss up the whole thing, because why not? Why not? Hopefully when it dries, you'll still be able to read it. And if not, I'll just tell you what it says. Hopefully I can be able to read it. So, when we complete a room, immediately place a wild shape. I need to remember to take that shape. That's important. And yeah, so I have 6 out of 24 stars so far. I'm hoping, I'm probably not going to get, obviously not going to get to a perfect game. So there's 10. So I think in order to get a perfect game, you need to get at least 3 stars each time. So that's not going to happen. But I hope I'll still do fairly well. I'm trying to do really well in this, because I have a feeling that's going to be important at the end. By the way, how many pieces of evidence did you collect? All of them. Absolutely all of them. Huzzah. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream, for the people that did, even if it was only for a little bit. I wasn't even looking at the stats because I was too busy having fun. We got 5 views. It was really, people were watching for a good duration. That's good. So, I can't wait to do the next couple of chapters. This one's really good. That will be chapters 5 and 6. So that's sort of going to be our halfway point installment. Then that'll be Wednesday. So, but me and Rich will both be here the same time tomorrow for our Creature Comfort stream. So if you want to see Creature Comforts, tune in tomorrow. We'll be getting super cozy. Hopefully we'll actually make Mexican hot chocolate on stream this time. We did it for Lacrimosa, but not Mariposas. It's unfortunate. And I gotta go rinse this off now. So, have a lovely rest of your day, or good night, depending on which time zone you're in. And I will see you at 1 tomorrow and 1 on Wednesday. And then I'll also be doing the next 2 installments after Wednesday will be the same time on Friday. And then we'll be finishing the whole campaign this Sunday. And then on Christmas Eve, I'll be doing Ada Lovelace Saves Christmas, which is sort of like a special Christmas themed map. That's goes with this campaign. That'll just be a fun little cherry on top at the end. So, and the stream counter 1. Have a good day, everyone.